Assalamu alaikum, everyone. You are now tuned to Shakil and Company on America's Islamic Radio. Today's exciting interview is sponsored by Instant Solutions, JG Advisors, Mohammed Dar from Westbury Toyota, and the wonderful restaurant of Gyro Spot. Today we have a very exciting interview with the owner and CEO of Just Daanish, Daanish himself. Assalamu alaikum, Daanish. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum. It's also only Daanish.
Only Daanish.
Only Daanish.
How's your day so far, boss?
It's going good.
So what's going on? How's everything?
Everything's great.
So video last night. You are funny.
Thanks, man.
I
really
love
appreciate
the
it.
I love the Russian accent guy.
Yeah, the Russian is
bring
my
my
favorite.
bat?
Can I bring bet?
Can I bring bat? That's
yeah.
really hilarious, man. So introduce yourself to our viewers, please.
My name is Daanish. I do YouTube for. I've been doing YouTube for years, and the goal is to be like a filmmaker. I do stuff on the side for like companies and things like barbershops and stuff, but mainly the main focus is YouTube, getting content out there, trying to get people just to laugh and.
Oh, trust me, he makes me laugh. I think everybody showed your video, they started laughing.
I would hope so. Some people don't, man.
Oh, really?
Definitely, yeah.
Wow.
That's why I don't watch videos with people like in front of them. If they're watching my videos, I step away.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to.
You just don't want that.
Because I don't need to see my own video because I know what it looks like. So I focus so much on the people. Like, are they laughing at the moment I want them to laugh? And not everyone does. So you can't please everybody.
So Daanish, tell me how you got into this.
To be honest, if you look at the channel, it's been only running for like maybe 5 years now.
What is the channel's name?
OnlyDaanish. Yeah, every
OnlyDaanish.
handle I have is OnlyDaanish.
Okay.
I made sure like I have that handle.
Great.
And I started actually in 9th grade. There was another channel I had, and I don't remember. I don't remember the name that we made. It was me and my friend, and we decided, we want to do videos. Very inspired by all the older YouTubers that were doing videos at the time, and so me and my friend Johnny, we didn't have any money to do a video.
Mhm.
We're talking 9th grade, high school.
13, 14 years old.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But my friend Johnny had $55.
Okay.
And so we bought a camera that was $50, ran on 4 AA batteries, and I had $5 left. And I wanted to do a thing very similar to what I do now, where I wanted to be a weatherman. I wanted to pretend to be a weatherman. And so we went to Target, I think it was. We bought green poster boards, like, for the projects.
Mm-hmm.
And we we taped them together.
Okay.
And we put them on his wall, and I took his bed off the frame, and I stood there. And I started becoming a weatherman, and I did this whole thing, and then the batteries kept dying. So we went through like 20 48 batteries,
Wow.
20 AA batteries.
Wow.
And then we made the video.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Do you still have that video?
I don't. I've been looking
Oh
for
my
it
God.
forever. Because I made it, we uploaded it. It was a lot of fun. And the problem was that I think someone in my high school saw the video,
Mm-hmm.
and high school kids, they're mean, man. Like,
Of course, man.
they're tough, man.
If you don't know somebody older than you, you're gonna get bullied.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And needless to say, this is 9th grade. I'm a freshman, so
Yeah. Freshman
some-
Fridays, man.
yeah. And someone was like, "Man, I saw you doing some stuff on YouTube," and I immediately got very like self-conscious
Mhm.
and timid. So I took it down. Me and Johnny still made videos, and but I didn't take it too seriously until 4 or 5 years ago. Where I was like, I'm gonna do this, But so I wish I hadn't quit. To be honest, if you're starting, don't quit. You know what I mean? People are gonna say stuff. People aren't gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
But deep down, they genuinely do like it. They just have no
Just
way.
haters.
Yeah,
haters.
they I don't know.
Yeah. Everybody has haters.
And I still haven't. I can't find Johnny anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, Johnny, if you're watching this, your boy Don just looking.
People
for you.
have done this, like called out for Johnny, and I don't know where he is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you are not tuning in, you're tuning in to Shakil and Company on America's Islamic Radio. We have Just Daanish here discussing how he got into filmmaking and his funny videos that he has done. So, Daanish, explain to me how you're what, 23, 24?
24.
24 years
Yeah.
old, right? In the typical brown culture, if you're not a doctor, you're not an engineer, you're not an attorney, you're a...
Yeah.
So what was that like going to your parents and like, hey, I don't want to do that. I want to do filmmaking.
First off, I think now,
Mm-hmm.
especially now, 2019, 2018, whatever, I think now that whole doctor, lawyer, engineer thing has become a thing in the past. I
Mhm.
genuinely think that the community has adapted from like just that. I mean, there have been movies on it in Bollywood
Mhm.
stating that. 3 Idiots. I mean, so
Yeah.
yeah, and so what we're seeing is now I thought, okay, I knew I wanted to do this.
Okay.
It's not like I kind of ask permission to do it. I just
Mhm.
kind of did it.
Mhm.
I've always been kind of given a little bit of more liberty, if you will.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like I've had a little bit more responsibility when I was a kid, so no one really said anything to me. They said, if he's doing something, he's probably doing something important.
Mhm.
And there's always doubt. There's always doubt from people, like, what is he doing? And no one believes you until like you start getting a following or other people start talking about you. That's the problem with doing filmmaking. It's not a doctor, lawyer, engineer. These are guaranteed cushions, and they're also pretty much immediate gratification
Mhm.
giving careers. This is a very non-thankful like work. This is very non-thankful, like non-immediate gratification kind of work.
Yeah, because nobody sees it in
Right.
the beginning.
It's either you have a little bit or you have a lot of it. There's like
There's no middle
there's
ground.
no middle ground. You know what I mean? There's literally no middle ground. So um, as I start doing it and doing it, people in the community started seeing it because I started posting on Facebook, which is the scariest thing I've ever done.
Yep.
Letting people on like Facebook and stuff see my friends actually see the video. So once I posted that, community started seeing it, and then your parents hear like other people talking about it, and people talk to you about it, and then you start hearing like positive reinforcement
Mhm.
to like reinforce your argument that this is what I want to do is because I'm good at it. There's no denying. No one can deny if you're good at something. They can't. They as much as they want to, they
You
can't
can't
hate it.
take it
They
away.
can't. They can't hate it. You know what I mean? They can't look at my video and be like, "Damn, like this is good." I can't. Or it was like good, quote unquote.
Mhm.
I'm not saying I'm great.
Air quotes.
Yeah, but they can look at it and they can say, this is pretty good. Like, and this is something different. I heard that before, something different. So once like it's a process. It's a very time consuming. You have to prove yourself.
Of course.
That's what it is.
So when you uploaded your first video to Facebook, right,
Yeah.
and all your friends were seeing and everything, what was your emotional reaction and what was your anxiety level like?
Yeah, no idea. I don't remember exactly which one was the first one that I like. I publicly shared on Facebook. I would
Mhm.
keep it very like, let me see if the YouTube community will just find it.
Mhm.
That's not gonna happen. First, you gotta show it to all your close friends, and everybody has friends on Facebook, like
Yep.
thousands of friends, quote unquote friends. So, well, quote unquote. Let's
Quote
let's be
unquote.
real here. And so, I posted it, and I was nervous because my coworkers are on my Facebook.
Mhm.
There's 400 of us. I see
Mhm.
them every day. I
Mhm.
can instantly relive high school at my job. You know what I mean? So, but I posted it, and it only took one person to be like, "Yo, man, that was really good," and it was not. If you see it, it was not good.
Wow.
But someone was like, "I like that. It was funny," and then you
And
realize it's not so bad.
that's not bad. And then look where you are right now.
Yeah, I doubled my growth from last year.
Of course.
I'm not huge, but when I don't look at the, there's a phrase is like, don't look for happiness in numbers because numbers never end. If
Is
you're
that my boy Gary V?
no, it is
Oh.
no, it's not Gary V. It is Bob Marley.
Oh wow.
Don't look for happiness and money because numbers never end.
Yep.
If you search for happiness in numbers, your search for happiness will never end.
Yep.
So
Those numbers will always keep increasing.
yeah, numbers are infinite. And I thought, whoa, what a odd metaphor. That's like, it's okay. It's obvious you're not looking for your happiness in numbers. Obviously, it's infinity, but at the same time, it so relates. So I don't look at my subscriber count. I genuinely upload a video and forget about it
Wow.
because I have to. If I get too attached, like this is gonna be the video, this is it. It's not gonna work out. That's not how you're supposed to do it. This was the video. This is what it was, and now I move on.
So what? You say that you were watching other YouTubers right beforehand, right?
Yeah.
What was the biggest motivation from them to you?
Ryan Higa, who is original YouTuber. There's a few choice original YouTubers out there.
Mhm.
Like these YouTubers, they kept their content very similar to their original content,
Mhm.
skits or whatever it may be, and they just improved at it. But you don't lose the authenticness in yourself. You don't
Mhm.
sell. I don't see promotions in their video. I don't see none of that. It's just we're just making videos. Yes, we're making a living out of it, but we enjoy making videos, and you enjoy watching them. So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win position for
Win-win-win.
both parties.
And it's less no drama, none of there's a lot of like forced because it's an oversaturated market now.
Oh,
That's the
100%.
problem. The biggest problem is it is oversaturated. We have Facebook video competing with YouTube,
This is actually on Facebook
I
Live.
know, I know, but YouTube doesn't really like YouTube Live isn't a thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like Facebook Video, for example, is a huge competitor right now to YouTube, which is like okay, I get it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But they're on both platforms.
Yep.
It's how much reach you can get. But the market is everyone has a phone. Everyone wants to make videos. The problem is that, and I wouldn't say this is much of a problem per se, but it's that people are making content, they're not getting the immediate gratification, and then they're just quitting. So they're saturating the market and then leaving.
Wow. So how do you distinguish between those two, though? I mean, that's just someone like yourself who's actually doing it on a constant basis,
Yeah.
right? And someone who comes out of nowhere and just makes one video and leaves and gets more hits than you
Exactly,
and more views, and
yeah.
you're just like, what am I doing?
Right.
How do you feel about that?
That is a moment where you will have to sit down and reflect. Because
Has it happened to you already?
oh sure, sure. One of my coworkers who came in, very cool guy, came in after me, started doing videos, immediately got more hits. His
Mhm.
Instagram following was already higher. But again, it comes to the game of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You can have hits. Everybody, you know, everybody. It's impossible for you to do something every day over and over and over and not achieve your goal.
Mhm.
It is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just has their own different time. That was his video. That was his time. That was his place. You know, and that doesn't necessarily mean just because he's up now he's gonna stay up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So someone who comes from the bottom and climbs and crawls up, you notice tend to stay up way longer because they know the full journey. They
Yep.
didn't go from nothing to viral video, and then you see the other content, and it's bad. That's why I keep making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you're watching yourself improve on each single video.
but also, what if I do get a good one big video,
Mm-hmm.
and I have nothing else? People are gonna think about me and forget about
You're a
me.
one-hit wonder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what one hit wonder is.
Yeah.
I have about 77 videos now, which is crazy.
That's a lot of videos, man.
Yeah, and I don't remember half of them, to be honest. I go back sometimes and I watch them and I'm like, oh, this is bad. Like, you know, but like when and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when I made this. This was happening. That was happening. And you know, so people will have more to watch.
So where do you see yourself in this market? Like, what are the goals for this? Like, what is your future doing this?
Right. To be 100% honest, I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to have this as a career. Right.
Okay.
That's never a guarantee.
No,
You know what I mean?
nothing really is ever again.
Right, and I'm not. It's not like I'm gonna stop doing it. I'm saying I could do it all my life and get nothing, is what I'm saying. Ideally, the goal is, you know, get up to a viewership where there's enough people following me for enough income to come in just from ad revenue to, you know, be able to just do that as a day, like a day job, a 9 to
Mhm.
5. I'd be totally happy with that.
And as far as ad revenue, right? You're talking about like local businesses.
In YouTube's case, it would be YouTube ad revenue.
Okay.
Like local businesses, like stuff I do on the side, like for the weddings and things like that. That's great, and that's great to do filmmaking, but that's its own business in its own. You know what I mean? That's a whole separate thing in filmmaking, where it's if you want to do weddings, you have to be devoted to doing almost just that. You know how difficult it is to do like that kind. You can't put your 50% in one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now you talk about YouTube ad revenue. Like,
Right.
what's that about? How does that work?
YouTube ad revenue is now the new rule is for partners that have 1,000 subs and a minimum of 10,000 views channel total. They can be partners of YouTube. So YouTube will automatically, the algorithm will automatically generate ads onto your video based on the type of video you have and based on what advertisers are looking for, types of videos to put their ads on. Based off of that, depending on how long, not how many views, how long people stay on your video, the audience retention
Mm-hmm.
sees how many ads they've seen, how long they see the ad for. Obviously, you know, there's the skippable ones. If you watch if you really like a content creator, I watch the entire ad. I don't watch it per se, but I leave it running at least so they get compensated more. And then based off that compensation, YouTube takes 40%.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on, hold on. So if I sit there and watch the whole ad,
Yeah.
somebody like you gets paid more?
Somebody, yes.
Wow.
Ideally, if you really like a content creator, like genuinely, just sit through the entire ad.
So exactly, guys, if you're watching a YouTube video by anybody you really like, make sure you don't skip the ad and keep watching it so people like him can get paid.
Yeah, and I mean, again, you can skip the ad. It's not like because you know the algorithm is so that's the problem with YouTube. Like, that's a huge discussion about it. The algorithm is so like, you don't know what it does actually.
Okay.
We just have like ideas of what it does, but really how it works is beyond us. You know what I mean? So you could watch through the whole ad, and I can still get paid the same, or you could skip it, still get paid. It all depends on how much advertisers are willing to pay per ad, things of that, which you'll never know. But ideally, all that money comes together from like one video. For example, 40% goes to YouTube, 60% goes to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's-
pretty cool.
I mean, I think it's fair as well.
Yeah,
They're
that's
doing
fair.
pretty much all the work.
Yeah, and you're just getting 60% for uploading your video.
Right.
But then again, you don't see all the work that you do to make sure that video gets up there.
This
mean,
is true.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no one sees all the work that.
Of course.
Everyone thinks filmmaking is so fun in games.
No, of course not. Listen,
It's not.
when I was doing some editing for this man, and I was
Yeah.
using Adobe Premiere,
Yeah.
I was just like pulling my hair. I'm just like, oh my god, like, how do people do this for a living?
You've done Adobe Premiere before,
No, so,
so you
let me tell you how I got into Adobe Premiere. I took one class at O. Westbury, right?
yeah.
Like it was like a humanities class I had to take, and I just took it, and we were making a video with Gunsmoke.
Okay.
And putting the video with the sound together, right? So I got that gist of it, and then I started this, and I was like, whoa, I think I can use Adobe Premiere. And it was just like, whoa, what am I doing?
I'm so wrong.
Yeah, and it's a lot of work, man. So I get the whole gist of that.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you would have used iMovie. I don't think you wouldn't. You needed.
No, I
a
didn't like iMovie, man.
Final Cut or something.
I didn't like that either.
Really?
Yeah, because you know what it was? Because I got straight into that from school.
Yeah. Okay. I
And
get
that's
it.
what I was familiar
You're
with.
attached to it. Is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it is. Yeah, I was
Unfortunately.
attached to Sony Vegas for a while, and then I used Final Cut, and
Is that what you're using now, Final Cut?
now
Pro?
I'm using Final Cut mainly because the job, it gave it for free, and and then my friends like, just use Final Cut, trust me, and I was like, man, like, I don't really like Final Cut, like, it's weird and it's different, and I love it now. I'm not gonna lie.
So, personal question:
Yeah.
what do you like making your videos on a Mac or PC?
That doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? What do I like editing my videos on?
Yes.
Right now I'm using a Mac.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love both. I'm a PC guy to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But it comes a point in your life where I'm trying to keep my life as minimal, as simple as possible. You know what I mean? I need to have it like just up and running and going
Mm-hmm.
as minimal as possible. So meaning, I take a picture on my phone, it goes to the computer. That's very helpful. The video transfer, because I do a lot of, I make the promos, so I can just drag it in. It'll go over no cables. It's very helpful. That's like Macs and stuff like that's for like minimal businessy. That's what they are. iOS.
Now let's get into it. Let's say you have someone who's watching this right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Who's 18, 19, still in school right now, has no idea what he wants to do. He gets interested in doing YouTube videos, right? But doesn't know how to start.
Yeah.
Can he reach out to you?
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
do you do like mentorships for like people like that?
I'm not gonna say I'm a mentor for say. I'm not an inspirational speaker. I'm not a motivational speaker like Gary Vee. But have I helped, and do I know a lot about the process you're going through right now to be able to help you? Absolutely. Yeah. So I do get messages sometimes too of people like asking me about Apple. There's my Apple videos, like how I got a job there and stuff. The amount of people that message me like, hey, how did you do this? How did you get the job there? Da da da. Like, how do you do this? Hey, my phone's this. Like, okay, I guess this is happening now. That was my reaction. You have to go with it. You give some, you get some. So if someone asks a question, absolutely, please ask the question. Look for that.
So how could they reach out to you?
Instagram. I always read my DMs.
What's your Instagram?
OnlyDaanish. Literally everything.
spell it out for them?
Yeah, OnlyDaanish. Instagram, Snapchat, my Facebook is that, my YouTube inbox is that, although you can't really inbox on YouTube anymore. All of that, if you have questions, message me. Ask them, no matter how young you are, how to get started, you know what I mean? And that's the main question. How do I get started? First off, you know how you get started? Change your mentality of what this is. This isn't.
And what is it?
It's not like just fun making videos with your friends. No, it's filming, it's storyboarding, it's writing, it's getting a plan together on how to shoot the video, then shooting the video, editing the video, uploading the video, giving promos for the video, and then how to reach out to an audience, and then once all of that is done, once you've put all that effort, 8, 12 hours, forgetting about it completely and moving on.
Man, that's really hard, man.
It is, because because it's human nature to, if you do this whole radio show right now, imagine you set all this up, which you did, I'm assuming, like this was all set up, right? You had to find funds and all this stuff. You did all that. What? How long did it take you? Give me an estimate. How many hours? 24, 48.
I think we worked all summer, man.
Okay, so hundreds of hours.
Mhm.
You do all that, and for the last 3 months, nobody watches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to be prepared that no
That-
one
that's
cares
how it
about
was.
you.
That's
Yeah,
how it was.
yeah. No one cares about you as much as you care about you.
Yep.
It's like no one's gonna deny that. You know what I mean? So you have to be prepared to not get any reward for it. You know what I mean? You expect something for your efforts. No expectations.
course.
That's how I live. You know, no expectations
I
whatsoever.
think that's the nature of the business that we're in right now.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
I mean, you have to live again, and it's saturated. You're also getting into a market where how are you gonna stick out?
Mhm.
Believe me, the idea you're thinking in your head, everybody has it.
Yep.
Everybody has ideas. Everybody's creative. It's who's actually doing it.
Who's executing the
Yeah.
plan?
Because once you start filming, you're like, oh snap. First time I started filming, I sat in front of the camera, immediately got nervous. Like, all of a sudden, I couldn't talk to the camera as if I was talking to my friends. We're talking. That's why radio shows work so well. It's two people going
Yep.
back and forth. You know, it's easier. We're just friends talking, and there just happens to be this mic here.
Yep.
You know, that's what it is. But in filming, you're in front of a camera, and no one's there. No one's
You're
around.
by yourself.
I'm definitely by myself, talking to 5 of me.
Yeah. So what's that about? I mean, the video you made for the promo, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting there. You have two alternate characters, right?
2 alternate. I was
Who
gonna
are
put,
you?
Yeah.
And I looked at it. I'm like, okay, who's that? And I really looked. I was like, whoa, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where did the idea come from?
Wow. I'm like 100% it was inspired by another YouTuber. Like Ryan Higa had that.
Okay.
The YouTuber I was telling you about, he had like alter egos.
Mm-hmm.
The thing was, he did it in a very basic way, which is like one shot like you have of me here, right? And then cuts to another shot of just me. I wanted it to be all in one, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a quadruple role in a sense that people are like, whoa, like it seems like a fluent.
Yeah.
It seems like people are there, but in reality, it's just me over and over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where that came from, and I wasn't gonna expand on that, to be honest. It was like a test,
Mm-hmm.
and then my friends were like, "That's good though," and then I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And
Everyone
then-
finds their niche.
yeah, right, the niche, but I didn't know that was my niche. People were like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, "Oh, that's nice." Yeah, okay. And I tried doing other stuff, and then
Mhm.
people like, and then I hear it again, like, you know, that one was funny, and I'm like, "Huh." And I sat down with a friend of mine. Just even yesterday, I was with him, and he was like, "You need to focus on them.
Yeah.
They can like expand," and that's where that video
Mhm.
came from, where you learn more about the characters.
So let's say you're at home, right,
Mhm.
or at work, and somebody's talking to you. Do those characters come out of nowhere, or it's just all you?
No,
Because I just want to know.
here's the yeah. I mean, I joke a lot. Ask any of my job.
Mhm.
I'm a very fun, like jokey guy. I'm never serious, which is a problem, but it's okay. These characters are inspired by people. Obviously, a part of my alter ego,
Mhm.
but inspired by a lot of people. And I love multicultures. I can sing in like 13 languages. Like every time I find a person of a
Mhm.
different culture, I say, "Give me a song in your language." So I love different cultures, and I'm very good at mimicry, as you can tell with the
Mhm.
voices and the
Very great.
yeah, you know. So I said, okay, let me take that. That's my skill. I'm great at copying. And I wanted to make, you know, Dimitri, the character's like my tough kind of side, which
Mhm.
doesn't exist at all. You know, there's this like, you know, dumb side that there's sides that all come together, you know, of you. That's what alter egos pretty much are,
Mhm.
you know. So that's where all of that came from, to be honest.
That. Listen, when you made that promo video and you sent it to me, I was looking and I'm like, can I bring that? What?
Yeah.
I was so completely thrown off. Like that was an awesome video. Like
Yeah, because you said you wanted a promo.
yeah, I was like,
And
I was like, send me a promo. I'm
yeah,
like,
and
listen,
I didn't
He's
want-
a filmmaker, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna jump on Premiere and do it. You do
Right,
it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to just.
Just talk to yourself.
I wanted to make it authentic because the promo is what it is.
Yeah.
How do I show me and what I do at the same
Yeah.
time?
It was
It's
spot on,
me
man.
and
Spot on.
This is what I do.
Spot on. You guys have been tuned into Shakil and Company on America's Islamic Radio. We had Daanish from OnlyDaanish.
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 He's got it right this time.
Yeah.
Which is
Listen, man. After talking to you, I gotta go subscribe now. And now you're gonna make me watch YouTube ads. Just
I
letting
don't
you know.
have ads on my videos.
No, not yours. I'm saying
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yes.
People are like, I'm
well,
gonna have to sit there and watch the ad about nothing.
Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds extra helps them a lot.
Yeah.
You know, not that they personally need the help. They make a
Yeah, of course.
substantial earning.
Yeah, I
but
think I seen a kid who's like 7 years old who made
yes, 22 million.
Yeah.
22 million.
That's-
Toys and stuff like that. Yeah, toys and stuff like that. $22
remarkable.
million dollars
That's remarkable.
pre-tax.
Pre-tax.
But whatever. Take
Who
the
cares?
tax.
How old
man.
are you? 7 years old?
Yeah. I mean, his parents obviously take that
Of course,
money,
of course. But I mean, listen, a college fund is. Excuse me, college.
Hopefully, the parents know what they're doing with the money and things like that. You know, because I wanted to be an actor when I was young, but I was like, I don't know if I make money, how I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
And I don't think everybody in the house is great with money, is what I'm
Mhm.
saying. So that's a whole different like situation on its own. But you know,
So when's your next video coming out?
I have the sad problem right now of having multiple filmed and not
Okay.
enough time to edit all of them at the same time. I made yours. It took 2 hours just to make that promo.
Wow.
2 hours.
So
So
it's 45 seconds.
it was 45 seconds.
People don't understand that the work that goes
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
I mean, I've gotten a lot quicker now
Mm-hmm.
to make, like, you know, I'm very,
No, of
very
course.
quick.
I mean-
and that promo wasn't amazing. Like, I can see the errors that I've made in
Mhm.
terms of the speaking and the, but yeah, so the editing is, it's the most time consuming and it's so not fun.
Mhm.
It's very easy to just get up and I'll do this later. I've already shot it.
Yeah.
Shooting is one consecutive 6 hours of just shooting. Editing is more of like, well, let's sit and hope that everything we did comes together, because if it doesn't, then here we go again, you know? So I have a bunch. Next week there's going to be definitely one,
Mhm.
but then I also have some side commission work for a barbershop that I have to start,
Mhm.
which I told him I started it, and I haven't even touched it.
Dude, you're live.
That's okay. That's okay. Soon I won't.
Well, you guys have been tuned to Shakil Company on America's Islamic Radio. We had a wonderful interview with Daanish from OnlyDaanish. Make sure you follow his YouTube channel, follow his Facebook, and share this video because, you know, you got to get him out there.
Yeah, and I mean, we also want to get Kevin out there because what he's doing here
Oh,
is, I really like. I'm not even lying, and I'm gonna say this live. I expected just like a basement, you know, maybe a table, because I saw your stuff.
Mhm.
I didn't think there was like 3 guitars on
Mhm.
the wall. There's guitars on this wall,
Yeah.
if you guys haven't noticed, and there's multiple mics and multiple computers and whatever that is.
People don't see the hard work, man.
They don't see the
Yeah.
hard work, and this seems so simple, but when you look at every piece of it, this is so not simple.
Yeah.
It is a complete opposite of
Listen,
what
I
that
have
is.
2 partners here as well, and you know, if it wasn't for them,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been Louis Mendez and Jorge Guzman. You know, they believed in this
Yeah,
project.
nice.
Yeah, they believed in this project. I had the idea.
Mhm.
They believed it. They helped me execute it. So, Louis and Jorge, if you're
Yeah.
listening, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work.
Of course,
man.
definitely,
yeah.
man.
And that's something that I struggled with. You know that?
Really.
Yes. You know, when you grow up, your house, your environment, they make your character. That's what character is: the ability to keep an emotion going after the moment has passed. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's deep.
That's what character is.
Mhm.
The ability to keep. So like, if I keep pushing YouTube, that's my character. I'm able to push the emotion, even though my video moment has passed. I've already made the video. It's passed. I'm
Yeah.
still thriving. I'm not like, oh man, no one watched it. Nope. That's what character
You
is.
gotta keep going. Persistence.
So yeah,
Persistence is key.
but there was a point where I was very much. You know why it's called OnlyDaanish?
Why? Because it's only you.
No. Yeah. Well, it's obvious. One part of it is in my brain is it's only me. I do everything myself. I never take help from anybody. That's a bad way to think. And I still am pretty much like that, but I take advice. But even when people criticize the videos, I'm a little like, well, you're not into film, but you can't think like that. You know, everyone's outside opinion, they do matter. For a little bit of, with a grain of salt, they matter. But so that was something you don't want to really struggle with too much in terms of getting, because teamwork, again, you need people around you. That's why comedians, filmmakers, they all have a team. You can't do it alone. You know what I mean? Or if you can do it alone, you still need that encouragement once in a while to each
You need
other.
that voice
you know?
of reason.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do this.
Yeah, like, or if you're
This would be great.
kind of like, then they're gonna be like, whoa, wait, whoa, what are you
I'm
doing?
not trying to criticize you, but hey,
Like, yeah, what are you doing? Like, I mean, you're just sitting here, you know?
yeah.
Like, were you famous already? Nah, man, like this didn't work out. So then get up and make it work. Sometimes you need that.
The
you know?
motivation, that push.
Yeah, but it's called Only Daanish because there's also only one of you. You know what I mean? I think I sent you the bio, and I wrote that bio like that night
Mhm.
because I was like, I don't even have a bio, and I wrote it, and I don't remember exactly what I said about like just being you, but it was something along the lines of, you know, that there's only one of you in a sense that you're not technically replaceable. Technically, because I like to travel, right? And this is the
Oh, that I've seen.
right, and this is what I use as a only you. Like, there's
Mhm.
only one Kevin, and the reason I say that is because I can go. I've been to so many places, and Mexico, for example, very close to my heart. I went there. People are very nice. It's fun. It's great. But if I could be a nomad, I would, because I would love to move somewhere. Like, throw a dart at a map
I'll just go there.
and just like, okay, I'm gonna live there for 3 months now. I just go, pack my stuff, live, make connections, and then you make the connections, and then if it's 3 months, that's it.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter where you are, how many friends you've made, how attached you are. Throw a dart. It's time to pack up and move on. Because you're leaving an area, but you're not losing the friends and connections you've made. You never lose that because there's
Mhm.
only one of you that they can talk to. There's only that one person that came and left. That's what a tourist is. A
Mhm.
tourist comes to people's lives, takes stories, and then leaves. That's what a tourist actually is. And it's a very selfish, actually, act. Nomads, I think, are pretty selfish. They just want to do it themselves. They're solo. They go different places. They meet people. They make connections. They have an abundance of connections from all over the world,
Mhm.
and they leave.
Listen, man, I now see this TV going that way. You got really deep right here, man.
I mean,
Honestly, like I'm like, whoa, like I didn't even think about that. Like, I wonder how my wife would feel if I became a nomad. She would kill me.
you can be a nomad. You're already beyond nomad.
Yeah.
That's what the thing is. You're already. It's either you are or you aren't. I've met a lot of nomads, and you can tell they're nomads because they get their stuff done quick. They're very simple. They carry very little things on them
Mm-hmm.
because they're always moving, And I think that's it's good. It's a good
Mhm.
metaphorically. You got to keep moving, but it's also where do you draw the line? Like, I would like to be a nomad, sure, but where do you really draw the line? Like, how many people do you come into their lives and leave until it starts to affect
Affect you
you?
personally.
Yeah, because eventually you get attached.
Of course.
Attachment is very
And you find that one person that you get super attached to.
yes, and I'm a super attachy person,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate that about myself. I get attached like that. You know what I mean? So I'm very. That's why people have trust issues. It's the attachment. They have
Yeah.
attachment issues.
Yeah, that's a good way to look
Yeah,
at it.
I was making a point and I completely forgot about it. What were we exactly saying before the nomad thing?
I have no idea,
I was
man.
making a.
I'm over here like I want to be a nomad now, but my wife is gonna kill me.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that was the only. I think I
Yeah, we
summed
summed
it up
up
pretty
basically.
well.
Yeah.
Oh
But
man.
Daanish, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, no, it
Seriously.
was a pleasure. It was fun to talk about all this.
Definitely,
and
man. It was finally nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, and it was nice
Yeah.
to say all this and not just in my room sitting alone in front of a camera.
Listen, man.
Having someone in front of the camera as well.
You're always welcome here, man.
Yeah, I mean, this was fun, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is just two people having conversation, and you guys just happen to be listening. And I hope you enjoyed
I
listening.
hope you guys definitely enjoyed this.
Kevin's doing a lot of work here, and he's probably, like I told you, the only Islamic radio station.
Yeah.
Right? Technically, I mean,
Basically.
there definitely is another person doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but you're a perfect mixture of modern and
It's in the name, America's Islamic Radio.
right.
That's the reason.
Modern and Islamic.
Yep.
Like I expected him to be very like, what is the proper term here? Like when someone's very religious, you can tell by the way they speak, by the way they act. It's like you belong in a church or a masjid or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I expected that, and then Kevin comes in with Jordans on and like a button-down shirt, like, "Yo, man, what's up? What's going on?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
so you could be religious and still
Listen,
be a
it
modern
goes-
American,
it
you know?
goes- it
Yeah.
goes- you get the way I like to put it is that you're Muslim
Mm-hmm.
and you're American, right?
All right.
It goes hand in hand. You don't have to just be only one. It goes
Yeah,
together.
you're trying to break the barrier of being Muslim does not define you.
Yep.
That is just something you believe in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
You got
Damn.
it right on, bro.
Yeah, I remember what I was gonna say,
What are you gonna say?
and I was gonna say for that travel thing.
Mhm.
I think this is you want to be a nomad. You said right?
I don't think I can.
You would wish
I would
to be.
wish to be a nomad,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think I can.
You know how you have a RAV4. I saw that,
Mm-hmm.
and his license plate number is. I'm kidding.
Uh,
You most likely tried different cars.
Yeah.
To see which car you like.
mm-hmm.
So simple. You eat different foods.
Mm-hmm.
See which food you like. Very simple.
That's a great way of looking at it. man.
But when it comes to living, just because we grew up in New York doesn't mean we belong here. We don't don't
I don't
own
know,
you.
man. Listen, I've traveled a lot too, man.
Hmm.
There's nothing like New York. There's nothing like home.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that means that place is for you.
Yeah.
I've
These are where my roots are, man.
Right. I've grown up here, and I've been to places and realized how insignificant I really am in
Mhm.
just New York. And I realized that people need to travel. It's way more costly than just trying different food.
Mhm.
That's the problem. But if you travel to find out where do you belong? Like, where does the environment around you,
Where you fit in.
yeah, like
Inside,
relate to you?
spiritually.
You know, yeah, relate to you. Like, I fit very well in Mexico. Mexico, out of all the
Yeah.
places, randomest people were like, it's dangerous, this, that. Don't believe any of that. Don't let people deter you. Don't let media deter you. Nobody wants to show the positives of anything.
Of
I
course
went there.
not.
It was safe. It was fun. You know, it
Yeah,
was.
I seen the Instagram videos, man. You were having fun.
Yeah, it was. And people are so nice and accepting.
There's nice people everywhere, man. You just have to
Exactly.
get out there.
Yeah, and I mean, you're also a tourist, so take that with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
People come here and people are very like
Why is it
tourists,
here?
da da da. Like,
Yeah.
but to them, this is their Mexico.
Yeah.
You know.
They're proud to show their.
Yeah,
their
I'm very
culture.
numb to New York. I don't appreciate, and that means I need to get away for a little while to appreciate New York, because New York has a lot of stuff. New
There's
York
a lot
is
going on.
you know
It's a
it's
city
the
that never
place.
sleeps, man.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
place. And I've never been to the Statue of Liberty. Most people haven't. Maybe I went.
I-
You know what I mean?
Never
Like,
been, yeah.
yeah. So we don't.
It's a real New Yorker thing. Who wants to go there?
Yeah,
it's there. We'll
that's
go
what I'm
one
saying.
day.
My next thing is I'm gonna take a vacation and behave like a tourist in New York. I'm gonna get a hotel in the city.
Mhm.
I'm gonna book a tour, and I'm gonna do all the touristy stuff. I'm gonna be a tourist in my own city.
I think that's needed.
That's definitely needed.
Like I don't know if you know, but I did New Year's Eve in Times Square for the second time.
You
in my
went
entire life.
there?
Yeah, man. I didn't
That
have to wait or anything. I got there like at 10:45 p.m. So I waited about an hour and 15 minutes. But listen, it's a great experience, man.
I had man, there's a lot of people there.
Oh, I know.
You did something beyond
Listen,
tourist.
it's bucket list done.
I get that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't
But
wasn't
listen,
even on my bucket list.
You know what the best part is, man? You're standing there, right,
Uh-huh.
with hundreds and thousands of people, right?
Okay.
Ball drops, countdown, yay, right? Everybody after starts singing New York, New York for Frank Sinatra. The most.
Well, that's a classic.
The most New Yorker thing I've ever done. So
That song will never die.
Yep.
That Frank Sinatra's New York will never die.
Yep.
Also, his history of who he was as a person will never die. But
Yeah.
but that song will never
Yeah.
die.
Well, you guys have been tuning to Shakil Co on American Islamic Radio. Had a great conversation with Daanish.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow him at
OnlyDaanish.
Spell it out for
YouTube,
me.
OnlyDaanish. YouTube, Instagram, everything.
Make sure you share this American Islamic Radio video, and we'll be seeing you guys next week. Assalamu alaikum.